tight-knit zone, you know that all are welcome, anyone. We hold our own and our footprint shows that our one is worth a million. And where we go, this connection grows, you know we unify with everyone. No competition, we got mind over matter, for that reason we already won. La 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 la, tell me what you need, are you sure, are you good, are you satisfied? La 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 la, sticking to the plan to a T, keep it fam, keep them satisfied. La 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 la, take it to the heights, but we keep it real tight, watch it multiply. La 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 la, are you satisfied? What do you value, is it quality or quantity? What's the top commodity? Either way it's all about fairness and equality. That's what we want to see, what we always strive to be, a force in this reality with a true identity. Who are we? All I know is who we're not. We don't reach for the masses. We got
What is up, Rio Hondo Prep football fans? Welcome back from a few short months of hiatus in the winter and spring months, as we have, we've been doing other things in the Rio Hondo Prep community, most notably the softball team that is continuing their great success, unfortunately losing in the CIF championship game a couple of weeks ago, last Friday that was, the last Friday in May. Well, as we've been doing here in the summer months, we have proudly been doing an episode the first Friday in June to get us kicked off and ready for the football season. And here we are doing that once again, the first of many great podcasts I have set up already for you guys. Friday nights in all summer long, Friday nights at 5:00. You can set your calendars to that starting right now, June 6th, I believe, as this will air. New episodes every Friday night all summer. Hopefully I've set you guys to that the past few summers, and we're already ready to go for this upcoming season. And the music intro there, Are You Satisfied? I thought that was very fitting to start things off for the summer. I always kind of wonder, what do we want to do the first episode? How do we kick this things off? It's the season is still a couple of months away. August 22nd, that first game against Sure High School. But how do we start this slow build? How do we start the process? Well, I think it's important to honor last year's seniors a little bit. So we'll discuss that, and then also look forward again to obviously the summer schedule, possibly some big games on the schedule as well. And just kind of look at some new players and the things that the coaches and players will be doing this summer in preparation for that first game, as your back-to-back CAF Southern Section champions. Have a couple of titles to defend in Division 9, Division 7, respectively, the past 2 years. And, we're going to have Coach Carson on the podcast today, as we often do, to kind of get us ready and, give a blueprint of the next few months. And that's going to be a conversation I want to have with him, is about, losing by a yard last year. We know the greatest accomplishment of winning that 16th CIF Southern Section Championship against Warren, which is arguably one of the greatest team performances in the school's history. But, in that state championship, falling short to Vanden by 1 point, by 1 yard, is that motivation to this team to not only do something that has never been done in Rio history, and that is 3 straight Southern Section championships in 11-man, but to achieve that much coveted, state title that Rio has yet to accomplish, and got so close last year in an instant classic, arguably one of the best just games to ever witness in Vanden and Rio Hondo Prep, going to overtime. So we're going to try not to dwell too much on last year, but kind of treat last year like we treat kind of some other teams from the past, as we honor them, the great history that is Rio Hondo Prep football. Honoring the past, looking to the future, if you will, and kind of as we get into the August months, we'll focus a lot more on the current team. But I think there's a lot of things that can be learned from the past, from other games that we have had, other teams, I should say. And I think the current players, the current parents, the families, they'll learn a little bit more about Rio football. Again, as we honor the history as the foundation, we kind of, again, that slow build, we're rolling out the red carpet for August in a sense to get us ready and support these boys. And as they chase that 17th Southern Section Championship, and hopefully that state championship. You got to do one before the other. So let's not put the cart before the horse. We know it's going to be a great journey either way. And it starts right here on June 6th as this airs. One major thing I wanted to do on today's podcast to kick the season off was to honor our fearless leader, to honor head coach Mark Carson. And he doesn't know this going into the interview, but I've put together something special for him for all of his great work on and off the field. It is going to be, this is all released on the first Friday of June, right? June 6th. Well, on June 7th, our very young looking head coach Mark Carson will be turning 50. Yes, that's right. 50 years old. Coach Carson will be turning. So happy birthday to him. And so as a way to say thank you and just, I don't know, it's a milestone, 50, right? And he's been the head coach now for many years and has won a couple of championships. I wanted to do something special for my friend. And so I put together a collection of videos from former players, current coaches, family members, some colleagues that I think you guys will recognize most of the people in this video I'm going to play towards the end of the show today. I chose not to have him watch it on screen with us because I think it's a moment that was meant for him to be shared alone with his family. So didn't want to put anyone on the spot. As Mark knows me, I don't like certain attention. I'm sure he wouldn't want that. So, but it is my gift to my good friend, head coach Mark Carson. And we're going to watch that as a podcast audience together. After I talk with him, I'm going to break the news to him and say, hey, I got a gift for you to celebrate your 50th birthday. So I thought that would be a fun way to kick off the season, if you will, to say happy birthday to Coach Carson. And for a lot of people that he has impacted and just people close to him, to wish him happy birthday and say some well-deserved kind words to him. So that is what is in store today. The boys did get their championship rings from the 2024 championship in the Southern section. That was either today or yesterday, I believe. I was at the softball game today. They're in Arcadia on campus, and I saw a few of the guys wearing their rings. And Coach Carson, well, he presented another one to me, and I just couldn't be more grateful to him and the Rio Hondo Prep staff, and to the generous donations of others who have made that happen. It really does mean a great deal to me. So again, we're gonna honor the former team, last year's team, a lot, but we're moving forward. We're looking ahead, it's a weird way of saying this, but in looking ahead, it's almost like we have to look back in some ways at Rio football and the Rio history. And I got news for you. The next few weeks on the podcast, you definitely don't want to miss. I know it's only June, but we got some great stuff ahead. Most notably, next week's episode will feature head coach Jason McMains from Martin Luther King High School. He was willing to come on and have a conversation with me about last year's second round game in the Southern Section playoffs, what he learned about Rio that night, some observations. And I always love talking to coaches of other teams. So that's always a blast. And I had a great deal of fun with that. I have some other interviews already lined up, and I can promise you the 4th of July episode, well, it's been my favorite one every single year. And I think you guys will really, really enjoy that one. My work for the next month or so is already done. I got them scheduled. I got them lined up. Just had to do this one here for you guys to start things off. To the ladies out there, Rio Hondo Prep, we're making a road trip up to Santa Maria on Thursday after this airs. Good luck to you, or hopefully things went well in the Southern California semifinal regional. Yeah, regional semifinal. So congrats to you on going further than any softball team has in our great history. And they won 9-3 today against Taft High School at Parker Field there on campus of Rio Hondo Prep. That place was rocking, and for good reason. So it's football time, even though our softball team is still playing as this is recorded, but it's time to start building for football and getting our minds ready. It's around the corner. Summer is here. That means vacation, family trips, summer trips to Europe, all those things. But it's time to get ready for Rio Hondo Prep football. All right. Here comes Mark Carson, our head coach, our fearless leader. I only talked with him about 20 minutes or so because it was late at night, and then had him watch the video that you guys will be watching as well. He's here. He's back. We are back. The back-to-back CIF Southern Section champions are back. And my question to coach and to players, staff, everyone, are you satisfied? Are we done? I don't think we are. As Coach Carson says, we are just getting started. Okay, here he is, our fearless leader, HCMC head coach, Mark Carson. Happy birthday, brother. All right, guys, you know what that sound means. We are now joined by our fearless leader, head coach Mark Carson, the Eye of the Tiger, for his first appearance on the 2025 campaign. Coach Carson, it is early June, but just like that, it is football time, my friend. Welcome back to the Charge to Keep podcast.
Great to be here. Music to my ears. We had a great winter, spring, which is still going for our softball team, by the way. But yeah, in full football mode for the guys, and having a great few weeks of work here before we head off to Europe.
Yeah, we just came from that softball game actually, and it's an exciting time at Rio Hondo, man. Mark, with someone who has 4 daughters, you got to have a little, I don't know, soft side for the female sports. And man, a tough loss in the Southern Section Championship, but the girls softball team looked mighty good today in the state playoffs in the first round, and looks like they're ready to make a little run for Rio Hondo.
Great. That championship game was a bummer. But man, they're playing really well, hitting the ball. I think they had two more home runs today. Pitcher Allie Scott's doing amazing, and then Bella Fairley, Tara Riley both had home runs today. So great atmosphere despite the 1 hour weather delay at Rio. So hosting a state regional game is pretty cool, and the girls we're all really very proud of them.
Adversity, man. Adversity. What do you do with it? Do you
Smile
shrink or
adversity, baby.
yeah. What was it like? I saw you take one of the home run balls over there to Dr. Jeff Fairley, who does great things for the football program. What was that situation? What was that like handing him the ball over there?
He's like, "Oh, really?" And he's like, "Should I give it back?" I'm like, "No, dude, just keep it, man. My permission. Just keep the ball."
Nice.
That's cool. Yeah, it's so cool. And he was very thankful.
Well, I'll tease it. I already kind of announced these things, but Dr. Fairley's actually going to make an appearance on the podcast in a few weeks. I already did the interview. Him, Dr. Walsh, and some other great guests already lined up, Mark. While everyone else is busy with spring sports at Rio Hondo, I'm preparing the summer for football season. Got all kinds of great interviews lined up, as well as, a former coach you competed against, Jason McMains from MLK High School. He's going to be the guest next week, and I'm looking forward to everyone hearing that one.
Jason's a tremendous coach, good friend. Yeah, and he'll be a great interview. So yeah, make sure you turn into that. Have some fun insights about playing against Rio Hondo as we played them last year in the quarterfinals. So yeah, I think everyone will enjoy that one. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, I had a fun time with that. That's for sure. And so I got all kinds of surprises the rest of the summer. We're back, Mark. Friday nights in the summer, episodes every Friday night starting at 5:00. They'll air. You can listen to them anytime, watch them anytime. And we are making the slow build for football season. Have a great 4th of July episode lined up. Just like that, graduation was last Friday. And here we are, man. It's football season already.
Then before graduation, we had 2 7-on-7s over on Arroyo. Coach Singeiser does a great job hosting those over there. And that was a lot of fun getting out there. Really good work for our defense, especially offense. It's a good challenge for us. We don't see very many too high safety looks during the season. 7-on-7, that's kind of standard. And quite honestly, if we saw that in the season, we're probably running for 8 yards a pop. I don't think I've ever seen anybody stop us with too high safeties. But anyway, it is a good challenge for our offense, and guys are doing well. And I'm really excited for the season, and we're getting some really good work in these first 3 weeks.
Yeah, and just like that, in a few weeks, Mark, after spring football, some summer stuff. You guys are going to Europe, and if you could talk to us about maybe how long that trip will be, and also maybe the challenge. How many football workouts are you doing, throughout the streets of London, or maybe on the beaches in Normandy? We can get some work in there. I'm not sure what's the plan there.
4-week trip. We leave June 17th, return July 15th. So about exactly 4 weeks. Amazing itinerary plan, Mrs. Orsburn. Our retired principal does a great job making those arrangements and great route. London's our first stop. We cross the way, take a train, fast train from London all the way to Prague, and we're in Prague, Munich, and then some Prague, Czech Republic, and then a lot of time in Germany, Munich, Stuttgart, Friedrichshafen, Garmisch, mainly Bavaria, so southern Germany. Then go to first time ever, I think, going to Liechtenstein, small little country there in the Alps. Also going to Innsbruck, Austria, then finishing with our traditional Venice, Florence, Rome, kind of final week in Italy. But a great time. How much workouts are we going to get in? We will get some workouts in. Believe it or not, there's some free time, and we're always scouting out on Google Map it before we go, like where's a local park or somewhere we can run around. And so we will do that. Um, but not as much as we would, obviously, if we're back home.
Yeah.
Positive side of that is our guys have come back hungry, ready to go. And with this group in particular, it's a very seasoned and experienced group. And so it's not like we're having to put in, install a bunch of stuff. And actually, the 3 weeks we have before we leave was done intentionally too, so we could have some work before we go. Um, so we're not too worried about it. 2019, or I'm sorry, um, 2023, we were gone for 4 weeks as well and came back and went 13-2 and won a championship. So we've done it before, and we think we can do it again.
And plenty of, I guess, mental reps, but also spiritual reps, really, when you're on a trip, building that bond. I mean, what these guys have done the past 2 seasons has been incredible. And now you get to kind of, it's almost like cap it all off, right, with this upcoming senior class who has been the first class of, how should I say this? Let's see, the first class of the full season of the Charge to Keep podcast going all the way through. So kind of a big, hopefully a big bang to finish things off. And I think it's the elephant in the room, Mark. Rio Hondo has never won 3 straight CIF championships in the 11-man era. So I'm throwing that out there right now. I think that's absolutely the goal, and maybe a little bit beyond that.
You ask the guys, that's what they're thinking. And obviously, they're thinking state championship. And to do that, you have to win CIF. So uh, that's the goal. That being said, it's yeah, you mentioned the other side of the Europe trip. Obviously, it's fun, educational adventure, but really the team building, the daily devotions with Pastor Horton, who will be giving Bible lessons every day. Um, Great opportunity to grow in a lot of areas, and our focus really with this group, the seniors, is on leadership. They've been kind of the engine, if you will, of the team the last 2 years, but haven't been driving the car. Haven't been the leaders. And now they got to kind of do both, the engine and the leaders. They're driving the engine and driving the car. So that's the goal, really, to teach them how to lead. A lot of dynamic discussion on that, and player-led discussions with some prompts from us. But that's really our goal for the summer, to get them to a great spot for when we come back. They're ready to go.
And there's really nothing like it. No other teams, schools in the area do anything like this. That's something that I think sets Rio Hondo Prep apart.
Yeah.
And it is a lot of player led. It's making these young boys into men overnight, over 4 weeks, whatever it is. Responsibility. How do you carry yourself with class? Paying attention to things that are important, like I mentioned Normandy. Things like that. To me, it's a significant advantage for a lot of these Rio kids. And I don't want to dwell too much on last year, because we're turning the page officially to the 2025 season. But with the way last season ended, Mark, the 1 yard line, going for 2, 3 feet, 36 inches. I mean, is there a way to kind of use that as motivation? Guys, we did a lot of great things last year, and we still fell that much short. Do you want to finish 1 yard short again, or are you going to go the extra mile to get over that yard? Can you kind of use that as motivation throughout your training?
Yeah, no doubt. And from what we've seen the first week and a half here, the guys that's how they're thinking, and they're training like that. And there's no coasting or going through the motions or anything like that. They're getting after it in the weight room, on the field. And so I think that's what they're thinking. And definitely, as coaches, we're going to use that as motivation. Maybe we can come up with a fun slogan like, I don't know, get that extra yard or whatever, something clever like that. But that's what they're thinking.
Yep. It's good to see. It's a lot of fun. Never too early to talk football and prepare for it. And I do want to, again, as we turn the page here, as we often do this first podcast of the summer, I do want to say one more time, thank you to the recent graduates. They're not seniors anymore. They have officially graduated. I want to say thank you to them and welcome to the best brotherhood fraternity there is as a Rio Hondo Prep alumni. And just one final send off to them, Mark. So many of them, a pretty good sized class. The Curtis brothers, Ivan Tkach, all those guys that did so much for this team. Zach Burrell. I mean, I just got to say thank you to those guys. What are your final words to those guys?
Yeah, I expressed that to them, individually right before they left, and really, you mentioned some of the guys. Caden's another one, right? It's
Caden.
just a great group. Diego, Derek, Landry, so these guys, back-to-back champs, they'll have that forever. Uh, really set the tone on how to lead and how to be more than just a good player, right? Um, and it, how do you move on from that? Well, that's people think, how are you going to do it without so and so, without so and so? It's like, well, we got guys waiting for their turn to shine, for their turn to be the man, right? And so um, we know guys will be ready. Um, that being said, it was a phenomenal group, and if every group was like our graduating class this year, then we're gonna be in good shape moving forward.
Yeah, the past few years and watching so closely with this podcast, it's been like, man, we're really gonna miss those guys. Who's gonna be the next? But I remember when those guys were freshmen, stepping in and
Yep.
and feeling, oh man, okay, well we're gonna be fine. So the cycle continues, the tradition continues, if you will. And I think as alumni, as graduates now, the first year's the hardest. But you almost appreciate Real Hondo Prep football more and more each and every year you're out of it. You still remember the glory days, but I don't know. I think those guys, as they mature, some more, grow it as young men, they're going to really understand even more what they were a part. And hell, they will be they'll be those guys on the sideline with the Letterman jackets who graduated 10 years ago, really, really soon.
Yeah, and then bumped into Gio Ortega today, and our new championship rings came in, so I had it on, and he's like, "Whoa," and he's he made, man, I wish I would have got one of those, but yeah, dude, I go, man, but you guys, we couldn't have done it without what you guys did, and I hope you guys understand that. He goes, oh, dude, he goes, I don't know, he goes, I'm just happy, really happy for the guys, and someone who never won a championship, never got on a banner, never got a ring, but might have been uh, the best team that we've ever had,
Mm.
a senior on that team. Um, that means a lot, and that just speaks to the brotherhood. Teams. I think everyone, probably half the schools in America, have brotherhoods on their T-shirt or something, or talk about it. And in football, there is a brotherhood, but for us, it goes deeper. You talked about the Europe trips or U.S. trips, where you're living with each other, man, and so that brotherhood take goes to another level. And then, of course, um, as you mentioned, as believers, the brotherhood of Christ is also an added element. And so um, it's not just coach speak or cliche at Rio. It's a real thing. And yeah, like you said, it'll only get stronger as you move on.
Yeah, it is, and that's why the championships are amazing. But it's all about the experiences, and I rally everyone every year that it's all of us. Those guys are out there doing the work, but we live and die with this stuff together as it should be. And you mentioned those rings, Coach Carson. I happen to be looking at the 2024 championship ring right here. We are going to post this all over social media eventually. I think I'm going to wait until after the girls' run finishes to kind of give them their shine.
Mark.
But if you could see on the podcast here, we got rather big, man, I'll put it on my finger here. But it is ginormous. And just briefly about some of the details, one thing that was of note inside was the score of the Warren game. And it said Joshua 1-9. If you could, Coach, can you explain to us what that represents.
Joshua 1:9 is a verse, obviously from the Bible. We use, multiple verses throughout the season. But Joshua 1:9 is one that really we kind of latched onto, and it's basically saying, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened. Do not be dismayed. Your Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Um, when we keep on the field, about a lot. Many times, you look across the sideline, any normal teenager or human being would be like, shoot, scared. I got to play against these guys. Um, on the other side, when they're bigger, outnumber us and all that. And so, really, that's just a verse that we leaned on and gave us strength and encouragement, facing, oftentimes substantial and really quality opponents.
No doubt about it. Well, I must thank you for the ring you presented me today. I saw Vice Principal Ixta had his on, you had yours, and once again, CTK, charge to keep, engraved there on mine. I hope you understand, Mark, that even though I'm 40 years old, I cherish this ring. I cherish last year's ring more than you know. A tremendous honor for you guys to think of me with that, and just very honored
Hey,
by
you're
that.
more than welcome. You're more than welcome, man. Everything you do for our program, from the podcast to the sideline reporting, the interviews before and after games, it really enhances our product, keeps our product out there for the public to see, and again, it makes our families, kids, feel like they're part of a big time program. So it's really cool. And yeah, we're more than happy to do it and get you a ring.
Hey,
What was it?
I'll always I'll have to start rotating the models here pretty soon. What do we, let's see, home games maybe 23, 24 on the
Yeah,
road. I don't know. We'll have to
yeah.
switch it up, but no, it's really cool. It's an honor to have and add it to the ring collection. Much like the gym, Mark. I mean, we somehow fit that banner in there. We're running out of wall space there in the Stiver Center.
We're gonna have to like redo all the banners and shrink them all down or something. What we're gonna do? Yeah, we literally have. Yeah, we'll have to do something if we get another one.
Good
Which
problem
could
to have.
happen with softball if they win their Southern Regional. We'll do a banner for that. That's a
Hey man,
championship.
the Boston Garden fits all that stuff. Other
We
banners in there
found a way.
somehow. So yeah,
Yeah.
good stuff. Well, I won't keep it too much longer, Coach. We're having a shorter show tonight, just kicking things off. And I know you're busy father there. You're fighting off bears in your backyard. Apparently, earlier you were talking to me at the softball game. I mean, what is going on over there at the Carson house?
Unbelievable. Yeah. We had a bear crawled under our house, knocked over a trash can in our backyard, and then it's dragging its carcass from the wild, but it's dragging its dinner under our house, which is like a dark space, like a little cave, I guess, in the bear's eyes. And it was just chilling under there and wasn't leaving. So I had to figure out, got some teriyaki chicken and kind of enticed it out to get it out and opened the gate and then ran as it was getting out. But we got it out. So but they barricaded up the crawl space so it can't come back, hopefully.
Sounded like you're already disguising blitzes and different fronts and everything against what they call the bear front, right? That's a real
Bear
thing.
front, yeah.
just
Yeah.
just mix. Look at Coach, always working. I
Always
love
working,
it.
man. We're always working.
A couple more things. One on the schedule, and then I want to talk about some newer players, some guys that maybe we can keep an eye on and maybe potential to earn some spots this season. But the schedule, the big one, obviously, is the next one, August 22nd, I believe, Sure High School, Montebello. Can't wait for that. But the big news that occurred not too long ago was you announced a trip to Texas, Rio Hondo Prep, going out of state for the first time, to my knowledge, school history in football, and Texas, no less, and playing a state champion. So how did that all come about? What made you want to do that? I mean, that's pretty big news for Rio Hondo football.
Yeah, it's really cool. We had a week 6 opening, and we're trying to fill it for a while with really anybody, but um, wanted to be the right opponent, right? A good game, and then we've done a travel game the last 2 years at least. We hosted the team from the Bay Area, and then went up there last year, and so we had the idea of doing a travel game, and we're looking at neighboring states, and then I got on TAPS, which is the private school, Texas private school website, and they had games, open dates posted. and found this school called First Baptist Academy in Dallas. Looked them up. They're back-to-back state champs in Division IV private school. They separate their private public back there. Did some score comparisons, figured out it'd be a good game, exchanged film, or emailed their coach, and then he's like, "Yeah, let's look into it." We exchanged some film, and then we just kind of said, "Let's do it." Our and so yeah, that's how it went down, and then now it turned into the planning stages, and we thankfully have someone very generously offering to cover the expenses of the trip, which is phenomenal. Um, and so we'll fly out there October 2nd, Thursday, play October 3rd. Um, Hopefully go to a college football game October 4th, and then fly home on the 5th. So it's going to be an amazing trip. You guys are really excited. It's kind of, back-to-back champs from Texas against back-to-back champs from California. So we're really looking forward to it.
That is just phenomenal. And when you talk about all the big games we've played the past few years, that one is circled for sure. My work dates are already off. I'm ready to make that trip. The podcast will be right
Travels,
alongside
baby.
you. That's right. We travel no matter. We go to the moon for Rio Hondo. I mean, hey, after flying to Europe, flying to Texas is no big deal, right? For the boys,
No big deal. Yeah, it'll be walk in the park, man. And we're getting a lot of word from alumni who live in that region of the country, Dallas or Texas or a nearby state, who are planning to come out. And it's kind of cool that we're going to take the game to them. So we're excited about that. Um, a good friend, Jason Negro over at St. John Bosco, they made a trip to Dallas a couple years ago. So I mentioned to him we're going when I saw him about a week and a half ago, and he goes, "Hey man, let me send you all our itinerary, all our stuff that we did, and contacts." And so I got that from him. Very, very, very helpful. So shout out to Coach Negro, and we're very happy, very thankful that he was able to help us with that.
Wow. Well, you got, I mentioned, Europe, you got plenty of charts to keep a content to listen to on those long planes,
Yeah.
trains, and bus rides. But I mean, yeah, you got another one there in Texas. That's just phenomenal, Mark. Who knows? Who knew when we started? Well, not just doing just Rio Hondo football,
Yeah.
that where it has gone and where it makes me excited about where it could go.
Mhm.
Who knows? We'll see. Finally,
Just getting
Mark,
started, baby.
let's get it going. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I mean, got stuff already lined up. I'm ready to kick things off. But first things first. On that note, we talked about the seniors and the wonderful class they were, and I think each and every year you say this. That's the standard. Now you either rise up to that, or you're not going to cut it. So I want to talk about the younger guys, and we've had football players on this team, young guys, freshman, sophomore. But who are some of the guys? Maybe you've played a little bit, but you're really looking to take big leaps and bounds. Like for me, Christian Lee, Braden Yokoyama contributed, but I see those guys taking a big step up. Who are there any other names out there that kind of come to mind as who are going to make big impact at varsity in the coming months?
Yeah. So you mentioned those two guys. Christian Lee will be a junior. Was our JV MVP. Um, may run the ball, but probably he's going to be a really strong weapon for us outside. He's probably our best receiver in the school. Lengthy, rangy kid, really good speed, great hands. And so he had a really good 7-on-7 last week and looking really good in practice. Um, and he's probably not done growing. So he's close to 6'2" now, healthy 185, 190, can run. And so really big target for Yannick and our QBs. Brandon Yokoyama, probably we want him to get in touch, running the ball on JV. And so he'll probably run JV and come on varsity and play some defense for us. Um, like corner, safety, one of the fastest guys in the school, phenomenal athlete, overall athlete. And so he's someone to look forward to. Um, Line, we need help on the line. And so we got Nino Velasco coming up, Dorian Harrington, two really stout linemen on the JVO line this year, who we're expecting to play a big role in varsity. Um, Someone like Jacob Gomez, if you remember, got hurt
Yeah.
midway through the season at a Torrance game, but he'll be back, right? And so, yeah, those three guys are really counting on to step in at the O line. Another name probably people would be excited about is Troy Seto. Troy was JV, running back, linebacker. And in a typical Rio Hondo fashion, when Jacob went down, we moved Troy to center. And he played center there, but he will not be playing center for us next year, I guess, in an emergency situation. But Troy is going to come up, probably play some tight end, a linebacker for us. He's looked really good in 7-on-7 as well. I keep going back to the O-line. Diego Ragosa is another name we're hoping has a really strong year. So we got some good size coming back, but the O-line, which is really our bread and butter, is got to get put together. And so I might take some time, be patient, real family, but we'll get it together. Coach Dave Dream, Randy will get him going.
Well, that's the beauty of the season, is seeing where it's at to seeing where it ends up. That's the challenge to the coaches and the players. So we're excited about it. June is here. That means it's football season almost, and we're going to count it and extend it a little bit. So, Coach, I promised you a short show tonight. Thanks for doing this with me. There's a reason I promised you a short show, and I plan these things for months, Coach Carson, months at times. And I happened to do the math months ago and say, when can we do our first podcast? Friday the 6th. Let's make the first Friday in June. And then it hit me. June 7th would happen to be a very significant date for one of us here on the podcast. Someone, our head coach, Mark Carson, is turning 50 years old this coming Saturday, June 7th.
Correct.
The big 5-0. You look about
5-0.
You look about 28. So we got to get on your plan. You're drink the water you're drinking or whatever. But Coach, Coach, you mean a great deal to me. Our relationship, our friendship, and I think there's a lot of people who feel deeply about you, care deeply about you. We're so happy that you are our leader. And so there's not a whole lot of things I can buy for you. But I did want to give you a gift, and I put together a video for you. I'm emailing it to you right now.
Okay.
It has been sent to you, and I don't want you to watch it on the air right now. I want you to watch it by yourself, and we probably won't have time tonight to get your reaction to it, but so we will do that another time just because it's late. It's a little long, 20 or so minutes, but it is my gift. It is my gift to you. I just put together some clips of some people that care deeply about you and wanted to wish you happy birthday. So that is my gift to you, Coach. You know I love you like a brother, and that was the
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Surprise for our
kickoff.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is sent to you.
I'll watch it as soon as I get with you, and so thoughtful, and I'm grateful for anybody who said anything on there. And I feel blessed to be at Rio and be a part of this community. And former players, parents, family, whoever it is, thank you for that in advance. And I'm just the tip of the spear, so to speak. This whole thing is really a collective effort, right? To have a good football program, and I'm just happy and grateful that I can be a part of it, and hope that I make everybody proud, and everybody feels like they're a part of it as well.
Well, you make us all better in everything we do, because you are the standard. You're the tip of that spear, as you mentioned. So I am going to take you off the air now, let you go into go enjoy. And the rest of us, the audience, we are going to watch that video as part of the second half of the podcast. Our tribute to head coach Mark Carson as we kick off another season of Rio Hondo Prep Football. What better way than to celebrate Coach Carson's 50th birthday here in the 2025 campaign as we go for that. Hey,
you have to do the dog shoot.
Hey, happy birthday. It's a few days early, but I wanted to get this done so we can get this all out on time and all that. So, Coach, enjoy the video. Enjoy time with the family, and I'll be seeing you very, very soon. And enjoy all the podcasts we're putting out the next few weeks, too. There are going to be some fun ones.
I will, for sure.
All right, Coach.
All right.
Talk to you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Coach Carson, for coming on. He had no idea what I was about to do here on the podcast. So thank you to everyone who contributed to this video I'm going to show you guys right now. Took some time, took a lot of messages and reaching out to people, but it was an honor to do it. Again, sometimes I just state the obvious on here. I push record, I push play, really, if you will. And I think there's a lot of people. Coach Carson sings the praises of our players and our families and all those a lot. And he knows he's loved. He knows, as the leader, he's as humble as they come, and you'll see that. So I want you guys see that each and every week. So I want you guys to enjoy this. It's about 25 minutes or so, but I think it's a good way to get us appreciative of Coach Mark Carson on his 50th birthday. And get us ready for a summer of football preparation, if you know what I mean. I will now step aside and let you guys enjoy the birthday tribute to head coach Mark Carson, and then we'll probably wrap things up there and just let things finish out. So happy birthday, Mark. Enjoy. And I can't wait to get back out on the fields and for us to get this thing going again. And to the boys and everyone out there working hard behind the scenes, we're with you already. It started, and we're supporting you. When you're lifting those weights, you're running, we're thinking of you guys. And so attack, man. Stay relentless. Keep at it. You got to train hard in the summer if you want to play in the winter, right? So more of that talk later on. But for now, head coach Mark Carson, the eye of the tiger, our fearless leader. Happy birthday. Please enjoy. And we'll see you guys very, very soon.
Hi, Mark. Happy 50th birthday. You don't look like you're 50. You look like maybe you're 40. And you don't seem like you're 50 because you act so youthful. I want to say that we're very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. I think sometimes when there's a big victory and people rush down on the field, I don't do that because I figure that maybe you don't want your mother down there congratulating you. If you'd rather have me come, just let me know. But we are very proud of you, like the whole school is, and the boys. And I think the thing I appreciate about you most that I see is that you show your appreciation for everybody. You show your appreciation for Claudia, for your girls, talking to them individually, and your boys. You show your appreciation of them. You're like a kind father to them, and I think that's a wonderful characteristic. All right, I love you a lot. This is it.
Several years ago, I asked all the college and high school guys who had played under Mr. Gary Lunny to relate some memory that they had of his coaching. And Mark wrote this. I was a small guy on the JV team my sophomore year and was coming off a freshman season where I wasn't allowed to play high school ball because they said I was too small. After an early season practice, it must have been at varsity, after an early season practice, Mr. Lunny sat us down and said how impressed he was with a couple guys in particular who he thought were hitting hard and playing extra physical. I was one of those couple guys. I remember that compliment to this day and used the well-timed, sincere compliment as a motivator with the teams I coach. And along that line, I watch, I think after every game, win, lose, or draw, Mark goes around to players, talking to them individually and patting them on the shoulder pad. And I'm guessing that he's doing the kind of thing that Mr. Lunny was doing for him that day. Mark's football coaching has made me famous. because people will say, "Are you Mark Carson's dad? You must be very proud of him." And I always say, "I am very proud of him, and yes, I am his dad. Thank you." And they hear about you in the paper and so forth. Another thing that I've always amazed about Mark is whenever we have a family event, like when we go on vacation down to the beach, the whole family, Mark organizes the whole thing, says, "We'll do this then, we'll do this then," and it's always makes it a whole lot better. So we are thankful for his organizational ability. And then I'm impressed with the rest of his family. Those girls are so kind and so considerate and so well-spoken. I just think they're amazing. And Mark is part of making that possible. And also, Mark naturally does a good job taking care of his wife. And that's all I have to say.
What's up, Coach Mark? Just want to wish you a happy birthday. Want to give you blessings. Want to give your kids blessings and more life. Just happy that you've been a part of my life and that you've been able to teach me all the things you've been able to teach me. And we all know about the night before. The night before is the most important sleep. And let's go RHP, baby.
Yo, what's up, Coach Carson? I just want to say happy birthday, man. Just want to thank you for everything you ever done for me and taking the program to new heights, and I'm proud of you, man. Happy birthday.
Hey, Mark, this is Nick Gonzalez from the Covina Tigers in the RHP class of 06. Just wanted to wish you a happy 50th birthday. Matt asked us to share a few words of the impact you've had on our lives. Definitely as a kid on the Tigers, 6, 7 years old, coaching me all the way through care. Preparation and attention to detail were big things for you. Having our jerseys tucked in, looking sharp, doing what you're supposed to do, know your assignment. As I got older, obviously you coached us in high school as well. Definitely saying, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't put the work in. Making that miraculous run my senior year to win that first RHP 11-man championship was a memory I'll never forget. And then seeing you now, head coach of Rio, doing historical things with the program, man. I couldn't be more proud of you. Couldn't be happening to a better person. And thank you for everything you do, Coach.
Good. All right. Happy birthday, Coach. Just wanted to say, hope you're having a good day and highlight the impact that you've had on my life beyond, obviously, the game of football and all the other sports that we're playing. Still take a lot of the lessons that you instilled on us back then to heart today, and it still has a positive impact on my life. So thank you.
And don't forget to finish with a verse. Happy birthday.
Hey, what's up, Rio Hondo Prep family? Just wanted to give my quick birthday shout out to Coach Mark Carson. Happy birthday, Coach. Thank you so much for all the life lessons you taught me as a young man, and it's really great to see you still pouring into young men to this day. So yeah, Coach, enjoy your day. Have a great birthday, and start working on that three-peat. Go Cares. Happy birthday, Mark.
Happy birthday, Mr. Carson. I wouldn't be where I am in life without you. The morals that you instilled in me got me this far.
Hey, Coach. Just want to say happy birthday and thank you for all the memories. Playing for you was such an honor, and Rio Hondo Prep Football is in good hands.
Coach, just wanted to jump on here and say happy birthday. Big birthday, big 5-0. So congrats on that, and congrats on all the success the guys have had over the past couple years, and you and your coaching staff. Didn't expect anything less. So again, happy birthday, enjoy it, and can't wait for the upcoming season. Thanks.
Hey, Coach Carson. Obviously, it's Eddie Garcia, 2008 CIF Championship, captain of the team. I just want to say, man, you've done so much for me, Coach. Not just about the sport, but about doing things in life with it. And I hope everything goes well, man. And you've been incredible with the program. I'm telling you right now. Seriously.
Hey, Coach Carson. Tim Iscarra here. wanted to wish you a huge happy 50th birthday. You've always pushed us to play like champions on the field and in life, and that mindset is something that I carry to this day. So I wanted to say happy birthday, wish you the best.
Hey Mark, wanted to wish you a happy birthday. You were one of my first coaches in care when I was a young Tiger, and probably besides the competitiveness, the thing I remember most about you is the outings that you took us on, running around Wingate Park, down in the creek, and then doing sleepovers at your parents' house. That was some of the most memorable and fun times that I had. I appreciate all the work that you put into everything that you do, from back when you coached me, even throughout high school, and now I get to work with you on the staff. It's been awesome. And again, happy birthday. Let's go get us a three-peat.
Coach, turning 50, big year, half a century. I remember your 40th like it was yesterday. You getting old, brother. Just really wanted to thank you for being a great mentor and leader to me since my days in high school. All the rides and talks, coaching, just can't thank you enough. And then just getting me a job at Rio to coach and believing in me every day and showing me the ropes. Just thank you. You've been a big part of my life and helped me become a good father and husband. So thank you for that. Have a good 50th.
Hey Mark, just wanted to hop up on here and wish you a happy 50th birthday. You know, first thing that comes to mind is if I look like you when I'm 50, it means I did something right. But I think my earliest memory of you is, you know, when I was sick back in elementary school, and you were one of those guys who, you know, volunteered to stay with me overnight in the hospital. And, you know, that really meant a lot to me. And I'm so grateful for, you know, the opportunity that I have now, being able to coach with you and learn from you, not just, you know, on the field, but spiritually as well. And that's something that I'm forever grateful for. And I look forward to continuing, you know, growing closer together in our friendship. And I just hope you have a great birthday. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Mark, from Coach Parker, your friend JT. I just want to say how thankful I am to have, one, had you as a coach, but also to have the opportunity to coach with you. You were the person who made coaching attractive for me, just your infectious personality, the way you interacted with us as players, and now being able to coach with you and see how the players interact with you. I just love your young spirit. Not only that, but I'm thankful to have you as a friend, spiritual mentor, and a mentor as a father. I love seeing my kids being able to play with your kids and being able to just bounce ideas off of you just as a dad, someone who's gone through it. I'm so thankful for that. So I hope you have an awesome year, halfway to 100. I know that's your goal. Have an awesome year. Let's go get another ship.
Mark, this Rocky, I'm so grateful to the Lord to be able to call you a friend. And you've been nothing but a great friend to me since moving back down to Southern California. I look at it as God's kind providence, God's purposeful sovereignty that you're here and for me, and I'm grateful for that. And the transition down from Seattle, from coaching to pastoral ministry has been helped by you. I just want to let you know that. And providentially, we met, I don't know what, 20-something years ago, 22, 23 years ago, when we were both young, aspiring coaches, and you came to visit us and you invited me down to the dome that you had here to talk a little football. No seams, no posts, right? Middle third concepts, and we're still talking the same thing. But I just want you to know, God is so kind that He allowed us to be friends from way back there, which set up our friendship today. I'm so thankful for that. And I want to encourage you in this. As Coach Wooden said, we know the type of coaching job we did 20 years later to see how the men turned out that we've been investing in. And I'm sure you're already seeing some of the fruit of your sowing from years ago, from guys who are coaching on your staff, to see the type of men that they turned out to be. Some of them even loving the Lord Jesus Christ. And I'm sure you're starting to see other players as they're getting older, and whether they knew it at the time, 20, 10, 15, 5 years ago or not, they're starting to realize the times that they had with you are been deep and rich and meaningful. So I'm grateful to you, brother. I look up to you and I admire the way you lead. And we know the mark of a leader is marked by the people that are around him, from your coaches to your players and even from the past. Grateful for your lineage, man. You got a strong lineage, and I know your girls are proud of you. Your wife loves you. Your wife is proud of you, and this whole community is proud of you, man. We're proud to call you a friend and our football coach. God bless you, brother. Happy birthday.
Well, happy birthday, Mark. I can't believe you're 50. That means it's been over 30 years since I coached you in high school. You and Carl and Wally and Memo and Anthony and all the rest. That was a good time. That was a good team, and a lot of it was because of our defense, and you were the main cog in the defense doing a lot of work out there, and you did a great job. Never found anybody after that could do it quite as well. But it was a good time. But look, Mark, I enjoyed coaching with you over the years, not only in football, but in basketball and baseball. Your dedication, your passion, your love for the kids was just unbelievable. And I am so thankful that I'm still around to be able to see what God has done with you and the football team, and I can't wait to see what He does in the future. I know that you're not done yet. 50's not that old. You still got a lot of time left. So I wish you a very happy birthday, a 50th birthday. It's a milestone for sure. And I know that God will take care of you and your family. So keep up the good work.
Hey, Mark. Happy birthday. Happy 50th birthday. Just want to express to you how grateful I am to be your brother and the inspiration I draw from you. I remember, I think it was about 2007, at the Home Depot Center watching De La Salle celebrate by sliding headfirst into the end zone on a rainy Saturday evening as they defeated, I believe it was Crenshaw for the state title, and just talking about how someday we wanted to be there, and not necessarily being about the glory and the fun of that moment, but more about what it would take for us to get to that spot, to get to that game. And that would mean we'd have to put in a lot of hard work, dedication, and training of the young men to build men of character, men of integrity, and godly men. So you've done that. Congratulations, and I look forward to how about another 25 years. Go Rio, and happy birthday, Mark.
Hi, Mark. Obviously, I've never played on one of your teams. However, I have watched you coach football for quite a few years now, and I've observed some things that I think have helped contribute to your success, which I will share with you now. First, your relentless optimism. Does not matter in any given year what the talent looks like, you always believe that Rio Hondo Prep can win the CIF championship. I think that's a great thing. Second, you have integrity. You never demand of your staff or your players anything that you don't demand of yourself. And I think that's key to establishing a winning atmosphere. Third, I really admire the passion you have for using football to help the high school boys lay a Christian foundation that will hopefully stay with them and that they can build on for the rest of their lives. Out of everything that you do, I think that is what I admire most. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be your sister. Happy birthday.
Hey, Mark, my brother, happy 50th birthday. And man, the coach of Rio Hondo, I think it was just meant to be. God had a plan because he made you very competitive and put you in a very competitive family with brothers who are competitive for sure. And I also think what's made a huge difference in addition to that, and especially, your love for the guys and your strategic mind, I think also, and most thing that kind of sets apart is that you're a great salesman. Back in the day when we all had to sell those circus tickets for care or the kickoff tickets, I was never any good at it. I'd go out there and try and pound the pavement and sell one or two, and you'd have no problem. And I remember when I got older, you would actually sell them for me. And I never really officially thanked you for that, but thank you for that. But just being a salesman, I think it's really helped in the CARES football program. I think you've sold it to everybody. You've sold it to the alumni. You've sold it to the guys who want to come to the school from CARE Youth League. But I think mainly you've sold it to the guys on the field. And I think that's just a really unique ability you have. You've been able to get total buy-in. And that has been real obvious out there from my vantage point, because I've spent the last 20, 25 years, my job has been the visitors' crowd control on the visitor side, and it's just been kind of fun to watch the other teams who we play and how that total buy-in that Rio Hondo has affects them and how frustrated they get. And, of course, our goal is to get these young men to totally buy in to committing their lives to Christ. And to the guys who have played for Rio Hondo, that whole concept of total commitment, it's not a foreign concept to them. So we know it's something that God has to do in their lives, but for your part, thank you, Mark, for your commitment to God's kingdom through the Rio Hondo Prep football program. Happy birthday, brother. I'm proud of you. Keep up the good work. Thanks.
Happy 50th birthday, brother. When Matt texted, two things came to mind. First, when we were living at mom and dad's, you were in college and considering career paths. At least briefly, you considered going to law school and being an attorney. And I was just thinking, thank the Lord that he led you down a different path and that you were faithful to follow to be a coach. Because what an impact you've had on so many young men. And I was reminded of this past year. I texted an article about your football team to a good friend of mine who is an attorney in Los Angeles, and he wrote back and said, wow, when your brother retires, he won't have to wonder if his life had an impact on anyone. And isn't that the truth? The second thing I wanted to share is the scripture from Galatians chapter 6, verse 10. So then, while we as individual believers have the opportunity, let us do good to all people, not only being helpful, but also doing that which promotes their spiritual well-being, and especially be a blessing to the household of faith. And my goodness, I think that describes your life as a coach, having had an impact on so many young men, as a leader in your community, of course, as a wonderful husband and father, and as my brother. I love you. Happy birthday.
Hey, Mark, this is Chris Albaugh wishing you the happiest of birthdays and congratulations to all the success you've had as coach at Rio Hondo and all the great job you've done raising those young men there. And we hope you have a great time on your birthday and good luck in your trip to Texas. And remember, go Cares!
I appreciate my dad because he's very generous and is willing to take his own time off to help us.
I appreciate my dad because he always helps us with any sport and helps us be better. And I also like how he's always open to playing with me. I appreciate my dad because he wakes up every morning early to make me breakfast.
And I appreciate him for encouraging me and holding me accountable for reaching my goals.
I can't believe Mark is 50 years old. He doesn't look a day over 35. He's incredibly handsome and full of adventure and life and joy, and he is a great blessing to our family. We have 4 daughters, and I'd say about 60 sons. So our life is very full, and we are privileged to have the tight-knit family we have, but also our extended family as well. Mark keeps everything in great balance, which is not always easy. After a great Friday night football game, win or lose, Mark will text late at night, okay, what's my schedule tomorrow? What do the girls have? Who am I taking to their games? So it's about family the second that game is over. And when he's there on the field, he's there. Again, these are our boys and we care. And you can feel that when I see these Amazon purchases for hand warmers because the game's going to be freezing cold, or things that our guys need. Another way he keeps his balance is he's the kind of dad that would buy anything for the girls if it's in the name of sports or adventure. So he'll be the first one to see our swimming pool and think, you know what this needs? It needs a zip line. Or see the tree in the backyard, and he and the girls will decide, it needs a tree house. He's a great dad and a loving husband. There's nothing he wouldn't do for me. If I ask him, he'll do it or figure out a way to solve my problem or help me in any way that he can. I love him dearly, and I know we are so blessed by Mark, and I can't imagine my life without him. I love you, Mark.
Happy birthday, Coach Carson. We love you. I go way back with you, and it was a true honor to put that together for you. And to the Rio Hondo community, I think I know how all you feel about Coach Carson, but that was just a taste of what he means to this program, but what he means to his family, to me as a friend, to his siblings, just one of the great guys, one of the true leaders and great men of God out there. So I couldn't be more privileged to have him as a friend and for him to work alongside him with this podcast to grow the Rio Hondo community, that small school in Arcadia that makes big noises with so much of our alumni. So I started the music at the beginning of this podcast with a song called Satisfied by Revolution, and simple lyrics, but also kind of uniting lyrics in a sense. Kind of, are you satisfied? 2 championships in 2 years? Yeah, that's probably good enough, right? But as I look at these rings, I got this one from this year. I got the other one over here, 2023. Couple of really cool rings. And I guess that's the question, like, are you satisfied? Is that enough? I know it's not all about championships and banners and rings, but it's a good goal. I think the journey and the relationships are more important, but I guess that's a challenge to everyone, not just our coaches, not just our fans, the players. Ooh, this one's a little snug. The new one is. But it's a challenge to all of us. Are you satisfied with where the program's at, or do you want more? Do you want to shock the world again? Do you want to do more big things? Do you want to get that yard, that extra yard, the longest yard? All I know is I'm very proud of where the program has been and where it's come from. We're going to pay tribute to that this summer with talking about the past, also the future. And it starts with the man up at top. The man upstairs first in God. But to our head coach, Mark Carson, if you don't want to play for that guy, you got something wrong with you. And to those out there who are looking for a man to follow, he's our guy. So can't wait for this season to get going. But that's the question in the summer. I pose to all of you. Are you satisfied? Or do you want more? You want this program to grow? It's important to be satisfied, content with things, but never complacent. And so that is the challenge moving forward. I thought we'd start off in a fun way with celebrating our coach. And now the journey begins this summer. Great episodes, as I mentioned. Coach McMahon's next week. Talk to some members of our medical staff the next few weeks, and then a really fun 4th of July episode that I'm pumped for you guys. But I hope you're satisfied with this podcast, but are not yet satisfied with where Rio Hondo Prep is. And stay hungry. And that hunger begins now in June as the quest for 17 continues. And maybe the quest for something else also. I appreciate all you. I love the RHP family. Ready or not, here we go. Coach Carson, happy birthday. I love you, man. And to everyone else out there, your friendly reminder, humble in victory and gracious in defeat. Because we always have a charge to keep. We'll see you next week.
We got a home you can call your own. Just know that all are welcome, anyone. We make it known and our movement shows that our one is worth a million. And as we grow, the intention glows. You know we unify with everyone. Stay on a mission, trying to bridge the division. Go on, tell them where you come.